And welcome back to the Hotline, where we are talking the World Rally Championship coming to Greece. Rally of the Gods, big questions. Terry Neuville very much in the lead, but looking back over his shoulder, he can see, well, the look in the eye of Sebastian Ogier, part-timer. No, not Elfyn Evans at all. Not Ott Tanak. Sebastian Ogier. Oh dear, what's going to happen? Stay tuned. So what on earth is a part-timer doing in the championship? I mean, as you can see here, Terry Neuville, Ott Tanak, Elfyn Evans. First, second and third. I can't make it, sadly. Don't think I can make it any bigger, can I? No, here we go. Yeah, we can. Okay. We can just about get the points in there, sort of. So we've got Terry Neuville. He's on 168 points. Ogier's on 141. Ott Tanak on 137. So Neuville still has it. I think he still has it in his hands. But with the way the point system are, it's going to be interesting, especially when that Sunday comes into it as well. And you can make an argument now with Ogier and Kalle Rovanperä will be, it's going to be team orders for Kalle, surely. Is it going to be team orders for Evans, who, to be fair, he's only 9 points behind Sebastian Ogier. So I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say, is this Evans' last chance to show Toyota he could win this year's Drivers' Championships? Who knows? When we look at the Constructors' Championship, it's very much Hyundai in the lead, despite not winning, I think, as many rallies. But it's Toyota Gazoo Racing, obviously, in second and very much in third, thanks to people like Munster, and only having two decent drivers. Well, two decent drivers, maybe not even that. I digress. M Sport Ford on 207. To be fair, M Sport, with Adrian Fulmer, they are close becoming my favourite team of the year. Also, they got the best livery, I think. Closely followed by, I do like the black Toyota. Anyway, livery shrivery. Let's have a look at what time this all is going to happen. Hopefully Autosport have got it here. Yeah, so we got the shakedown, which is going to be tomorrow. That's going to be 7 o'clock in the morning, and then the ceremonial start is going to be 5. But then we've got stage 1. Funny enough, stage 1 to 3 starting on Friday morning from 6 British Standard Time, plus an hour if you're in Europe. Again, most of the action is going to start at 6, at 6:15 again in the morning on Saturday. That stages 7 to 9. And well, we've then got Sunday, which is obviously finishes half time, really, doesn't it? 7 in the morning, and then by like midday it's all over. Yeah, Rally TV. How can we watch it? The UK's broadcast rights belong to TNT Sports since 2015, when it was known as BT Sport. That means every round so far has been televised by the subscription-based network. But also, you can £20 a month. That's quite expensive. Rally TV, I think it's $10.99, $11.99, $12.99 a month for Rally TV. But there we go. So that is the rally. But what is the form guide like? What is the form guide? Who's going to be doing good? Who's not potentially going to be doing particularly well at Rally Greece? Well, let's have a look at that form guide, shall we? So we've had 3 consecutive rallies so far. They've been fast. They've been on smooth gravel roads in essentially Northern Europe. But now we've got a roughier and rockier kind of set of tracks for our rally cars to go over. And this the Acropolis rally, it's a legendary rally, and it's known to be one of the most grueling events in rally, maybe second only to the Safari in Kenya. So following what was really a short break, Terry Neuville will be, hopefully, from his point of view, taking a step closer to that title. And speaking of the WRC wonder, let's have a chat about Terry Neuville, shall we? So his last 3 best results, we've got 2nd, 8th, and 4th. His best result in Greece, well, he's won it before, back in 2022. He's got every reason, though, to feel anxious now about defending that championship lead, given that he didn't really appear too comfortable last time out with his Hyundai. But as I think the case for Neuville, if we look back, and if he wins that World Championship, we're looking at the fact that he was very good at damage limitation and making the most of what he's got. But we've got Greece. There's probably going to be very little grip on the first running on the road on Friday. Rain has meant that road position hasn't played as much a role as expected in 2 of those 3 past years. If it rains, it could get interesting. However, it's an event. It should suit him. People are suggesting it should suit the I-20. So I think he's looking good. I think he's looking good to the point where I very much think potentially Terry Neuville could be getting on that podium. Also, very likely to get on that podium, I think, is Sebastian Ogier, the new Toyota number 1. His last 3 results, just for example, are first, second, and second. He won this. He won Greece all the way back in 2011. So he left Finland even further behind. Even further. I don't want to say further behind, but the team had a bigger gap basically to Neuville after Finland. But let's be fair, Sebastian Ogier's form in 2024, absolutely old guys rule. He's not that old, but it remains remarkable. 3 wins, 3 second places from those last 6 events. Even if he said a 9th title, he's not particularly a fan of it. He's surely one of the favourites now, other than Neuville himself. So we all knew Greece was coming this year. He has won it back in 2011. He's taken part in 3 editions held since its return in 2021, and was interesting. He was leading last year until he just had a series of whoops-a-daisy issues. But despite that, this is the sort of event that may well play to his skills, even though people are suggesting the Hyundai i20 may be the better car. So let's talk now about Neuville's teammate Tanak. His last 3 results, sadly, a DNF 3rd and 40th. That's really tanked his championship. His best result in Greece, though, is 2nd. That was a couple of years ago in 2022 and in 2021. So he's really good at a high-speed rally. But with that deer in Poland, followed by what was a fairly lucky-ish podium in Latvia, thanks to Martin Sesk, it all going P-Tong for him. And we had that early retirement in Finland with that Friday morning crash. But at that point, before that all happened, you think he was going to be the man to take the fight to Neuville, but clearly not. Greece might not be considered classic Tanak, but as we know, he's been strong with a Hyundai. He has finished 2nd 2 times, and if we look back all the way in Sardinia in June, where he won, it showed that he can do rough gravel. So he's going to be a danger. The big question is are any team orders going to be in play? I don't know, to be honest. It's going to be interesting. I think we've got 3 or 4 rallies left. So team orders may well be a thing. We'll have to see. If team orders are a thing, I think this could be for Tanak, and this man here, Elfyn Evans, may well be last chance saloon. So we had a DNF, a 5th, and a 2nd were his last 3 results. Best Greece results in 2023. Yeah, DNF. Elfyn Evans, the last rally was oh my god, just like Finland for Calais, and obviously Calais, I don't think you can blame him. Evans, 100% to blame. 100% to blame, but he finished 2nd here last year. So Evans was doing what he could over the summer. He chipped away rather than, 8 chunks out of Neuville's lead. He finished 2nd in Poland, 5th in Latvia, and was looking fairly okay in Finland until a rare mechanical failure on his Toyota on that Saturday cost him a bit. But then what really cost him was that Sunday blow, and it was a huge blow. However, I don't think he's going to throw the towel in yet. He's closed greater gaps than 36 in the past to keep his hope alive. But I do feel that if the gap gets bigger, and significantly so, after this rally, we'll be talking about Monday, Tuesday, that surely his championship's over if it's not now. The biggest concern pre-event, though, is whether he can find a better feeling on those hard gravel roads. Because, if you remember, Evans really struggled in Portugal and Sardinia. So, yeah, not looking... I wouldn't say it's not looking good, but I think it's going to be a challenge. Next up, we've got Adrian Formeau. His last result, 3rd, 4th and 3rd. He did finish 7th here in 2021. But he's perhaps he's been fairly consistent over the summer. 2 3rd places and a 4th. And a lot of people suggested that he's outperformed what would have normally been expected from the M Sport Puma, but then so did Sesk. So it's a run that only served to enforce how much this guy has improved. And on paper, this should present a potential opportunity for M Sport or Formo. While the other teams are worried about titles, obviously M Sport is not. He can go full gangbusters. Could he win the rally? I don't think he can. I think a lot of let's just say a lot of people have to fall for him to have a chance of winning the rally, but you never know. So let's then go to Toyota's other full-time driver. The his last 3 rallies are 41st, 6th, and 8th. It is Katsuta. Oh. We've seen the best of Tanner, not Tanner. We've seen the best of Taka. We've seen the worst of Taka this year, and he's going to be another driver hoping for more this year. I think he was in the considering, could he finish on the podium next year? Provides a chance for a reset. I think, as does every rally for Taka. He's got a good record for recognising when demanding conditions require a considered approach. Most of the time, I appreciate, not all the time, and he's going to very much have to have a similar approach. Here is poor Taka, but this is the thing. It's one of those rallies where it wouldn't surprise me if you see him doing really well. He's up there on the podium, and then the commentators say, "Oh no, Taka's stopped. It's all over." Yeah, to be fair, that wouldn't really surprise me at all. Other people, we've got Danny Sordo. Third and fifth. So he's well, when he reached the end of Sardinia in Italy, securing another podium, I don't think we weren't sure whether we'd seen the last of him. I think he kind of intimated that this was the last event. However, considering the event went missing for several years, this is going to be his 10th Acropolis start. In addition to finishing second all the way back in 2013, he's come 4th, 3rd and 3rd again in the 3 editions since 2021. He'll start 7th on the road on Friday, and if it's dry, wouldn't be a surprise to maybe see Mr. Sordo in the mix. One guy who I don't think is going to be in the mix, because he's not been in the mix all year, is Gregor Monster, 49th, 9th and 7th. His last finishes. His best result with WRC2, 5th to be fair, and that was back in 2023. He's had even Dirtfish is saying he's got a solid run of points. Is he going to win? It needs a miracle. Next, I hope. Maybe. I'm sorry. Was I being a bit mean to Monster? But he's just. I think unlike Formo, and I guess you could say the same attacker, but he hasn't really improved. Now, when I say improved, like with Formo, we haven't really seen that scale of going up, improving over time, and that really hasn't happened with Gregor Monster, which is kind of sad. So yeah, we've got Jordan. I can't pronounce his last name, but obviously he's a Greek national, so he's going to return to drive the 3rd Ford Puma Rally. He loves it. He's 60 years old, so I think he needs to beat Gregor Monster. Is going to be his aim, isn't it? Let's be honest. And if he does, absolutely fair play to him. So that's pretty much the form guide for Rally Greece, which gets underway on Thursday with the shakedown, and properly gets underway on Friday. If you liked what you see, please, if you want, give us a subscribe. That would be lovely. Hit the notification button if you don't want to miss another video, particularly another rally video, and we'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much.